Is America in the Bible? That's a common question for many who are interested in studying the prophetic events of the Bible. The majority of experts agree that America is not clearly, if at all, referenced in Scripture. However, there is an interpretation that, if believed, could place the United States playing a significant role in the end-time scenario. This is one interpretation that is speculation, and the truth of which will not be known for certain until that time it is revealed clearly from God.
One of the great perplexing questions in Bible prophecy is, where is America? And the fact is, America is not overtly mentioned anywhere in the Bible regarding the end time.
Is America in some way a lesser power in the last days?
Kingdoms come and go. They rise and fall. This is the history of our planet. And the United States is just a blip on the radar screen.
The Scripture makes it clear that nations will give their allegiance to a political leader that will arise. We refer to him in Christianity as the Antichrist. But I personally believe that by the time that happens, that America will not be the America that we know today.
I don't know about the United States. I don't see it there.
I do understand that there's an enormous level of belief that the various kingdoms described in Daniel 7 relate to modern kingdoms today. That could be true. My honest answer is, I don't know one way or the other.
This is one interpretation of prophecy. In Daniel chapter 7, there is reference to an eagle. Could the eagle represent the United States?
We know that prophecy is written in symbols, but there are symbols that can be understood. Well, throughout Bible prophecy, a beast always represents a nation or a kingdom.
Daniel writes, 4 great beasts came up from the sea, each different from the other. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I watched till its wings were plucked off, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand on 2 feet like a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Daniel then describes a bear with ribs in its mouth, and a leopard which had 4 wings of a bird, and a final terrible beast with iron teeth and 10 horns. This last beast most understand to represent the final world global government. Later in Daniel 7, it says, as for the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged.
Daniel chapter 7 also tells us that those beasts symbolize nations that will be on the earth at the time of the second coming of Jesus Christ.
If that is true, that means all these nations in this prophecy should be on the earth right now.
This interpretation of prophecy sees the lion representing Great Britain, the bear, Russia, the leopard, Germany, and the 10-horned beast, the final global world government.
I went to Great Britain. I stood in front of Trafalgar Square, and there's a huge lion looking north, one looking south, one looking east, one looking west, because that is the official animal symbol of Great Britain.
But the prophecy said the lion had eagle's wings. Well, there's a major nation on earth today that has the symbol of an eagle. And it also prophesies that the eagle's wings were broken off of the lion and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
The United States symbol is the eagle. It's right on the back of our dollar bill. And the eagle was growing out of the lion. Where did we come from? Our mother country, Great Britain.
The Apostle John, who was given visions and wrote the book of Revelation, sees these individual beasts representing nations come together into one beast, representing the final global world government. Revelation 13 says, now the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. However, the eagle is missing from this combined beast.
That's one of the ways we know that the United States will not be involved in the world governing body.
So all the powers, the nations in the vision of Daniel, those nations now are going to merge into a one world governmental system. And that's happening right now. We're moving toward global governance.
There is one more reference to the eagle in Revelation 12. Symbolically, a woman, Israel, a male child, Christ, and the dragon, Satan. The verse describes the eagle protecting Israel. Now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and half a time.
So we know that the United States will not be part of the world governing body in the end time, this new world order that we've been talking about, and that we will pull out of that and stand with Israel all the way to the end.
Well, guess what's happening right now? The whole world is against Israel. They all told us we must not move our embassy to Jerusalem and we must not recognize Jerusalem as the capital. But Donald Trump did it anyway. And in so doing, he is actually fulfilling Revelation chapter number 12, verse number 14, aligning the United States against the world government and yet protecting Israel. And we're going to continue to do that all the way to the Battle of Armageddon.
Is the eagle a reference to America, or is it a reference to God himself? Only time and clarity from God can give us the answer. What is extremely clear is that if we the people do not continue to elect leaders that will preserve and maintain the sovereignty of the United States, then America is no more and will no longer be the home of the free.